Hey guys, it's KC Gilly. I'm getting ready for my February update. It's the last day of January and I need the dirt that's in there with those carrots. I thought, you know what, I'll video digging them carrots up and let y'all see how far they got before I had to steal the dirt. So let's check it out. So this is the mess. We went through a couple of, probably about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, 20s to low teens. And so I've had a lot of bad weather, nuked a lot of stuff, but I hadn't done much, so let's see what kind of carrots I got down in here. What do you say? All right, so there's one. That's not bad. I'll give you a little bit of reference. It's probably only about 4.5 inches long, something like that. But it's a big old fat carrot. I'm tickled. Excuse me. As you can tell, I'm a little sick too. I don't know if I got some kind of flu crap starting or what, but I got a scratchy throat. My nose kind of ran, and I've been sneezing like crazy, and drainage issues. Just awesome. Back in the day, I could have taken some Tylenol sinus and allergy back in the 90s, and that stuff really helped me out quite a bit. It did great, but apparently the ephedrine in it is what people make dope with. And so they got picky about it. It just doesn't do the same no more. Whatever that active ingredient is that works for the dope sure helped work as a medicine too if you use it right. So far. So these days I just suffer with it a lot more and drizzle everywhere I walk. I'm constantly sneezing. Wait it out. Try to eat this juicy, wonderful, fresh food that I'm growing here. Hoping it'll keep me a little bit healthier in the meantime. All right, well, no big winners. There's nothing awful, but a lot of littler stuff than I was hoping. But that's okay. I'm not going to wait the rest of my life. I need this dirt. Excuse me. That gum old throat so scratchy. Okay. These ain't bad though. These will be yummy little carrots. Mama will enjoy them. We'll figure out something yummy to do with them. Gave me something to do when I was bored this winter. Come out here and water these guys every once in a while. And it's not like carrots are a mainstay in my house. We like them, but I tell you, I want to say on the bag of these when I got the originals, these are all from my seed from the originals, but these are the Scarlet Nantes, or however you pronounce that. And I want to say it took like 110 days before these guys are ready. And I want to tell you, I found that it takes way longer. I don't know why, but I mean, you can go 5 months sometimes to get a full-size carrot. Maybe 6. And at 110 days, I guarantee you I'm past that right now. And look, that's all I got. They're doing good, but without any kind of fertilizer or any fancy stuff. I don't know what all people would fertilize with this with anyway, but this is just natural growing in this old dirt. All right. I cannot complain. So you see those big whoppers you get from the store. You know somebody knew what they were doing to do it right to get them that big, and they've had enough time or had something pushed through them so that they would get bigger faster. Because on a just a natural base, this is about how fast they growing. Look, that's a big whopper. It's been in there 15 years. I don't even know why I even bother with that, but yeah. I got to get some pepper started. I want to get some Tabasco pepper started and some tomatoes and get things going. I can already tell, even though it was freezing a minute ago. Now we're gonna go right straight on into almost immediate summer. It looks like may have just a pinch of spring, but it ain't gonna be much. It's already, heck, today it's like 70, 75 degrees out here. And a week ago, we couldn't even come out of the shop. I had my little wood heater burning. And some electric heaters too, and cooking on my wood stove in here, breakfast at work, because we couldn't get out and do anything. It was so dang cold. Excuse me. All right. Had I had more time, if I was better set up, I guess I could have put these in the ground, but I kind of like the idea of this old soft dirt, because then it gives them that chance to grow a little bit straighter like this instead of having a bunch of retarded ones like this. That's what always seems to happen when I grow in the dirt. All right, we're getting to the end of it now. Look at that goober. I was all excited. It was kind of big on top. Looked like something was happening. All right. Clean these guys up. Be pretty darn good. Some of them still kind of green and yellow. I will say I didn't realize that because it's in this clear container, translucent container instead of a black one, anywhere where the sun's hitting that stuff, it won't go orange like that. It needs that darkness to get orange. So if you need that deeper orange, you want to make sure you got it in something darker. I guess too much light's getting through in some spots here and there. Don't get me lying. But these are some nice little carrots. If you eat your carrots fresh, these would be pretty cool, because it's just a couple of bites and move on with your life to the next one. At least the ones that were big enough to do something with. But I tell you, I do the carrots honestly more out of boredom in the wintertime, because money-wise, you know, it's not worth it, the time you put into it and the dirt you waste on it. But you know, that's not bad. I'm okay with that. You know, there's my hand up to it. They're all small to medium at the biggest ones, but not terrible. And look, now I've got all this dirt that I can use for some peppers. So let me show you right now the onions I got in the ground over there in Nebraska stuff, what's made it through all this cold stuff. Let's check it out. So my onions, they may not be the prettiest. Some of them are getting pretty big. This particular row is doing well. And they got a little bit of a hurt happened from all the cold weather. But for the most part, looks like they're going to make it. This particular row is smaller. It is not getting as big. I don't know why. They've got the same dirt and stuff in there, to the best of my knowledge. Let's see here. Can't remember. This is cauliflower stuff here. And some broccoli was in here too, along with even a little bit of cabbage. There's cabbage, you can tell. But that cold really nuked some of this stuff. The little tiny bit that was trying. You know, I end up with this kind of stuff. Especially the broccoli can't handle it as well as some of the other things. Looks like the cauliflower does a little bit better. But that's my row. That's what's made it so far, but I'll show you what I can fill in with now that cold's over. So I had these cauliflower growing and they all look terrible. I can stick them out there, but to be honest, I don't think they're worth the trouble. I just really don't. I don't think I'm gonna get anything. I think it's gonna get too hot too fast. And so I'm just gonna chalk these up probably to whatever's clever and see what happens there. But, sneak around here. I do have all these onions here that I've just kept going in this little container. And you can see they're just about right for planting now. The bigger ones in here, I can go through there and choose what I'd like. I can fill in some of those gaps with that and get some more onions anyway. Here is my, let's see, what are you? There's my Carmen pepper. It's still alive. It ain't really doing nothing, but it will. I'll stick it out there in that big greenhouse out here at the Secret Garden pretty quick here shortly. Same thing over here with this habanero. It's doing just fine. It didn't put any peppers on. Neither one of these guys did anything pepper-wise all winter. Like, usually I can get some peppers off of them, even though I'm overwintering them in here because I'm using all these lights. But it didn't work out like that with these guys. I think they just spoilt on the natural ground. Now back there's my olive tree. You can see a little green down on the bottom down in there. So it not only did it make it through the winter, but it looks good. And those fig limbs, when I trimmed my fig tree, I just stuck them in them beer bottles full of water where the grapes were, grapevines. And as you can see, they're all putting on leaves, and I see buds on the side of them. If I look close, let me see if I can get over there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. So, this is a shop, y'all, so everything's dusty and dirty. I actually work in this place, but I don't know if you can see in there, but there are little nodes. Dadgummit. There are little nodes all the way around. It's pretty hard to see that particular one. This one I can see them pretty good. Let's see if you can see it. Can y'all see all those little nodes in there? Isn't that cool? And I just threw these little ends of the limbs in there. So I'll have several other fig trees I can put somewhere. I like to make my own little orchard out here at some point, but we'll see how that works out. I need to get some other plans finished so I can put this stuff out there and where it looks good. This property doesn't belong to me, and so I'm setting it up for the future so that whoever comes in after me can manage it, and things will look nice because it's a county property. So I want it to look nice when I'm done, and if somebody can get some fruit off something, that'd be pretty cool too. So let's look over here and we'll check out this stuff. My orange trees have made it through the winter. It's almost to a point where I feel safe enough sticking them out on the front porch here, but they're heavy and I'm lazy and I don't have any wheels down there. So I have to do it old school and use my muscles. This old hot banana, to be honest, I'd made up my mind to let it die. That's why it looks like that. Sit out and dry it out, and then one day I couldn't stand it anymore. It looked so pitiful. So I stuck it up here and poured some water in it. And you can see, it's gonna come back. And over here, the Serrano, I just raided it the other day and look at what's coming back. I mean, it's already putting them on. There's peppers on there. I've gotten peppers off of it all winter long. Okay, and this mammoth jalapeno, I got one pepper all winter long, but it's still in good shape and ready to kick back off. I just need to get it in the dirt. And here's my old boy, my jalapeno. This guy, this is year 4, I believe, for this guy. And you can see, I mean, it put them out all winter long. Okay, and this Hungarian wax, it's been putting out. It's put out several rounds of it. So these peppers do pretty good during the winter. If you give them some light and keep watering them like normal, you don't even have to let them go dormant. You can still get something out of them. And when they're not doing anything, if I want to cause them to flower like this because I'm having hell and I want some peppers and I don't want to go buy them, I'll show you what I do. Okay guys, so I use this Master Blend stuff. I seen it a couple years back and I bought a bunch of it and I'm just trying to use it up. I've been trying to go more organic now, but what I'll do is I will take a half of a teaspoon of this Master Blend stuff here and I throw it into this jug and I just run it back and forth with water till it is pretty well dissolved. And then I add in a quarter of a teaspoon of Epsom salt or magnesium sulfate, whatever you want to call it. I bought this from the dollar store. Same stuff you soak your old sore feet and stuff in, okay? Put a quarter of it into that water and went back and forth with it until it was dissolved well. And then this is calcium nitrate. You can tell it sucks any moisture up that's in the environment because it's wet in there right now, and even through the Ziploc bag. So, but I put a half a teaspoon of this calcium nitrate in there and did the same thing till everything was really well dissolved. And then I take all of that and I just had this old Sunny D gallon jug here, and I put that mixed up stuff in there and fill it to the top with water and then shake it real good. And I go through all these pepper plants and I just I believe it said put about a cup in there. You know what? I just kind of eyeball it. I put about a cup in there probably. And then I go about my normal watering schedule. I did that one single time all winter long. And I did get serranos and jalapenos. I mostly just want to make sure everything's doing okay and staying alive. At the same time, I believe this end of it here, the calcium nitrate, that's what's giving you some blooms and flowers, I believe. But that's my little trick if you wanted to know. If you got some organic stuff, man, put it in there. You do what you want to do. I'm not an expert. I just tried this, it works, and I'm sticking with it. So mostly, I just wanted to show you guys my little efforts here on the carrots since I'm cleaning it out. And I'll get my February update at the house and here pretty quick, but I need to get some stuff started and I needed the dirt. So, till next time, we'll see y'all later.